Held in the council chamber on Thursday, September 23rd, 2010, at 7 p.m. for the purpose of transacting any and all business. Notice of this meeting was posted on September 16, 2010, and 5:14 p.m. This meeting is being taped and is live on SATV. Absent at this time is Councilor Robert McCarthy, who is still in Beverly Hospital after surgery on his knee Monday. I went over today to see him, and he's still he's coming along, and he sends his regards to all his fellow colleagues here. There was no one absent. Council President O'Keefe, temporarily presiding. Councilor,
Unanimous.
let me pick one. Councilor Fury, moved to dispense with the reading of the record of the previous meeting. All in favor? Voted. Council President O'Keefe asked all to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag led by Councilor Joan Lovely.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk.
Hearings. Ordered Comcast to install conduits on Bridge Street.
Is there anyone in favor of this petition of Comcast? Sir, would you come forward and give your council your name and address?
Yes, good evening. My name is Tim Broderick. I'm with Comcast, 55 Concord Street in North Reading, in favor of the petition.
What is the purpose of this work, this petition?
There's a pole that's being removed at the rear of 114.5 Bridge Street. We have some subscribers on that, and we're going to relocate the feed for 112, 114, and 116 Bridge Street and come in underground from Bridge Street.
Have you discussed this petition with the Councilor Ward 2, Michael?
Yes, I have.
Councilor Sosnowski.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I rise to support this petition, and I'll tell you why. This has been an ongoing battle, and I mean that literally, battle for 2 years, maybe even 3 years now, trying to get this pole out of a person's backyard. This person happens to live in between two streets, which is very unusual, and they have a telephone pole that is distribution central for not just Verizon, but for Comcast and Verizon as well. We have taken the Verizon lines out, and right now we want to get the pole out of her backyard because there have been times where you can go in her backyard and you could literally stand in what appears to be like a little garden pool, and you can reach up and touch the wires because they hang right through. All right. Some of the people have installed these with questionable means. For example, some of them go to trees before they go to houses. This is certainly not this gentleman's doing, of course, all right? But I'm here to absolutely support this because what it means is the battle is getting near to the end, and we will get this pole out of this person's yard, and I'll be thrilled. The other part about it, it's happening before the construction phase comes that far down Bridge Street and we do the streets and the sidewalks and the curbs in that area, because they're just getting ready to do that. So I would really ask everybody to lend their support to me for this one, because it needs to be done in a very timely fashion, because once they come down and they dig up the curbs, they put the new curbs, they put the new sidewalks, they put the first course of the street down for Bridge Street, I don't want them coming in and then doing the trenching and the stuff. So I would really appreciate everybody supporting this. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Sosnowski. Any other council wish to ask Comcast representative any question? Hearing none. Anyone in the chamber opposed to this petition of Comcast? Opposed to this petition? Seeing none, hearing none. Councilor Sosnowski.
I move the hearing be closed.
Move the hearing be closed by Councilor Sosnowski. All in favor of closing the hearing? Opposed? So voted. Unanimous. Councilor Sosnowski.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. I move that the petition be granted.
Councilor Sosnowski moves the petition of Comcast to install conduits on Bridge Street be approved. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Unanimous. Madam Clerk.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appointments and reappointments. Held from the last meeting, Mayor's appointment of Sue Keenan to the Historical Commission with a term to expire on September 1st, 2010.
Councilor Sosnowski.
Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to support this nomination. This woman is behind me right now. I've known her for quite some time. She's a realtor here in Salem. Until just a couple of weeks ago, she lived on Beacon Street and just recently moved over to Webb Street, but she's on that one thin part of Webb Street where, if you remember where Sobozinski's used to be, she's moving into that area. All right, and she's actually Ward 1, but in Mr. McCarthy's absence, I will take this for him. And so I'm sad to be losing a Ward 2 constituent, but I'm happy for Bob and I'm happy for Sue. She's got a good thing going. All right, let it happen. And I think this appointment is a very good thing here to the Historical Commission. She's well versed in the history of Salem. And I move for confirmation. Thank you.
Any other member of the council? Councilor Lovely.
Thank you, Mr. President. I, too, want to rise in support of the appointment of Sue Keenan to the Historical Commission. Sue and I have been in the real estate field for quite some time. I find her to be the utmost professional and very thorough. I think she's going to be a great member of the board, and I want to thank the mayor for putting her name forward. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Any other member of the city council wish to stand in support of Ms. Keenan? Hearing none, the chair will entertain a motion on confirmation by roll call. Councilor Sosnowski, you so move?
That's what I had moved. Thank you, Mr. President.
Clerk will call the roll. Sue Keenan. Councilor, Historical Commission.
Mr.
Councilor
President,
Sosnowski. Oh, I'm sorry, Councilor Lovely.
before we do that, if you read on our agenda, it says for a term to expire September 1st, 2010. That should say 2013. 2013. It's a three-year appointment, so it's
All right.
just, it's a typo.
As all
If we could move to amend
city
that.
councilors noted that, it's September 1st, 2013. Amended mayor's letter appointment. Clerk will call the roll.
Counselor Fury?
Yes.
Counselor Lovely?
Yes.
Counselor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Counselor Pelletier?
Yes.
Counselor Pinto?
Yes.
Counselor Prevey?
Yes.
Counselor Ronan?
Yes.
Counselor Ryan?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Sosnowski?
Yes.
On the matter of the mayor's appointment of Sue Keenan to the Historical Commission for a term to expire September 1st, 2013, the vote was 10 yeas, 1 absent. I declare Ms. Keenan appointment approved. Councilor Sosnowski.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for suspension of the rules to allow Ms. Keenan to address the council.
Councilor Sosnowski moves for suspension of rules to allow Ms. Keenan to speak and address the council. Any opposition? Hearing none. Ms. Keenan, would you like to come forward to the microphone and speak to the city council and people on TV? This is your night, ma'am.
That's okay.
That's fine. Okay.
All right. Well, thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Take a lead from that.
Madam Clerk.
Mayor's reappointment of Donald Hurwitz of 5 Marion Road, Marblehead, to serve as a constable with a term to expire October 15, 2012.
Councilor Lovely.
Move that it be received and placed on file.
Councilor Lovely moves that be received and placed on file. All in favor, opposed, so voted. Madam Clerk, next matter.
Communication from the mayor, received after the deadline of Tuesday noon, an application for a carnival special events permit from Jean Dean of Fiesta Shows to hold a small carnival on a vacant parcel at 289 Derby Street between October 15th and October 31st, 2010.
Councilor Lovely.
Move for suspension of the rules.
Move for suspension of the rules. Hearing no opposition. Madam,
Under discussion.
discussion.
This is a permit that actually obviously came in late, but we are familiar with this for the Fiesta Show that operates a carnival down on Derby Street for the last few years now. Apparently it's late because the owner, Mr. Dean, has been negotiating with the property owner to be able to have the carnival there again this year, and actually that permission just came through today. So actually, on the application, we're going to have to do, I would recommend that we make this application contingent upon the approval of the police chief and the fire chief. This usually goes in front of them first, and it didn't get there because he just received the approval today. They do want to start on October 15th,
15th.
I believe. Our next meeting is October 14th.
Or October 31st.
Through October 31st. I know this is an extenuating circumstance, given that they've operated successfully the last 2 or 3 years here in Salem. I would recommend that we approve it contingent upon the approvals from both the fire chief and the police chief. Thank you.
Council understand the motion as addressed by Councilor Lovely? I think Mr. Dean is sitting in here too, if you have a question. Councilor Sosnowski.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, I'm in support of this. However, I just have one question. On section 6123, the fee? It's a $100 fee? What does the city's participation in this? I mean, and does this cover whatever our people go to prepare the ad?
Would you want to allow suspension of the rules to have Mr. Dean address the council?
Well, I don't know if Mr. Dean would have that particular answer, because that would be on the city side, I would believe. If Mr. Dean had that answer, that
Well, wait a minute, move for suspension of the rules. Hearing no opposition, Councilor Sosnowski. Come forward, Mr. Dean. Would you identify yourself for the record, too?
Eugene Dean, Salisbury, Mass.
Right, thank you. The question, in case you didn't hear it, was, I'm just trying to find out what the city's cost is in prepping the site for you, right?
There's no cost, whatever has to be done that we pay for.
You pay for that? Okay, so, answers my question. Thank you
Any other
very
question, Mr. Dean? Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Councilor
Question of
Pelletier.
Mr. Dean before
Mr.
he
Dean.
sits back down.
Another question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Through you, Mr. President. How much, what's the percentage the city's going to get out of this venture?
Well, of course, it all depends on the weather, but I think last year it's somewhere, usually runs somewhere around between 20 and 25,000,
Thank you.
depending on the weather.
Wait a minute, sir, maybe other people. Any other member of the council wish to, Councilor
Thank you,
Pinto?
Mr. President. What percentage do you give us from what you make? Is it half? Is it a
No,
quarter?
it's 25%.
25%. So
Of the-
last
of the-
year you said was 25,000.
Excuse me?
Last year was 20,
I don't have the exact figures with me, but it was somewhere between 20 and 25,000.
but we get 25%
Right.
of what you make.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other members of the council? Council?
Yes, Mr. President, I'm in favor of this petition. I'm looking at the letter that we received from Her Honor the Mayor. In it, she suggests that this petition is supported by the police department. So I'm not sure, why we have to make our approval contingent on the police department, where apparently the mayor is telling us, and they work directly under the mayor, that she's already approved the permit.
Mr. President, Councilor, I think that the city clerk feels that under the protocol, we should have those prior approvals when we if we granted this permit. So it's wise for us to grant the permit subject to the approval, as Councilor Lovely has said, from both department heads, police and fire. It's prior practice, and we should continue prior practice. He
All right.
doesn't.
Well, I really like, I like the use of this site. I think you do a good job.
Yep.
The site is really jam-packed. It becomes one of the attractions for our haunted happenings, and I am in favor of it. Although, I am not in favor of abdicating our responsibility to the police chief or the chief of the fire department. Prior practice, it may have been. We should be the final say. And,
Well, Councilor Ronan, they only address those issues as far as public safety is concerned. So we respect their judgments and opinions insofar as that is concerned. Councilor Lovely.
Right, so if you look at the application, before it comes to the city council, it's supposed to have both the police chief and the fire chief's signature. After we approve it, though, it then goes to building, plumbing, board of health, electrical, sealer of weights and measures, and city clerk. So there's a lot of layers of approval here, but the application does not have this evening the written approval of the police and fire chief. So that's why I want to make a contingent. Thank you.
Any other questions for Mr. Dean? Thank you, Mr. Dean. You can
Thank
be
you.
seated. Any other remarks? Hearing none? Chair will now entertain Councilor Lovely approval, subject to the approval of Fire Chief Cody, Police Chief Paul Tucker. All in favor? Opposed? Unanimous. Madam Clerk.
Mayor's informational page, none. Motions, orders, and resolutions.
Motions, orders, and resolutions. Council Prevey, Paul Prevey.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and City Council, September 23, 2010, ordered that the attached list of donations for the July 4th celebration be received and placed on file.
On acceptance of the report, all in favor? Opposed? So voted. Remarks, Councilor Prevey?
No remarks, just we obviously have a list. It's a long list, so I'm not going to go through it. And we just want to extend generally to everyone who is on this list, and it will be on file for their generous donation for that event. Thank you.
Councilor. Any other councilor wish to be recognized? Councilor Ryan, Jerry Ryan.
Thank you, Mr. President.
What
I have
for?
A resolution for my father, Doc Ryan, will be turning 80 years old the 27th. I'm going to read the resolution. All right. Whereas James T. Doc Ryan, being a lifelong citizen of Salem, born September 27, 1930, the former Salem School Committee member and Salem High School football physician, Dr. James Patrick Ryan, and his wife Anna, having one brother, George Ryan, born on the same day 5 years later. Whereas James T. Doc Ryan graduated from Salem High School in 1948, having played both football and baseball. He went on to graduate from the School of the Holy Cross in Worcester, Mass. in 1952, then graduated from Tufts University Dental School in 1960. Whereas James T. Doc Ryan was a City of Salem playground instructor, where he met his wife, Ann Butler, while they were playground instructors at Gallows Hill Park. James T. Doc Ryan and Ann Butler were married on December 27, 1954, at St. James Church with a reception at the Hawthorne Hotel in Salem, Mass. Whereas James T. Doc Ryan served as a lieutenant in the U.S. Navy from 1952 to 1956 during the Korean War aboard the USS Salem, CA-139. He has also served as commander of the Salem Legion Post 23 and has been involved in the Legion baseball program for over 50 years. He has coached many kids over the years and helped them to succeed in life. A couple of his former players went on to play Major League Baseball, and one player, John Tudor, went on to win a World Series with the St. Louis Cardinals. Whereas James T. Doc Ryan served on the school committee, Salem School Committee from 1978 to 1982, he served as a Park and Recreation Commissioner from 1984 to 1999. He was a member of the Salem Charter Commission, and he was a candidate for the mayor of Salem in 2000. Whereas James T. Doc Ryan started his own dental practice in downtown Salem in 1960, he also served as the City of Salem dentist from 1960 to 2000, in which capacity he would go to the schools every Monday in Salem to check on the dental health of the children of Salem. And whereas James T. Doc Ryan and his wife, Ann, a former Salem public school teacher, have 14 children, Mary Beth, Martha, Julie, James, Thomas, Anna, Edward, Joseph, Stephen, Frederick, Alice, Jerry, Jennifer, and Patrick, along with 28 grandchildren to date. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the City Council, Salem City Council of the City of Salem extend to James T. Doc Ryan their sincere, heartfelt appreciation on behalf of a grateful community for service and a job well done. The City Council wishes to extend to you and your family best wishes upon your 80th birthday. And be further resolved that this resolution is made a matter of the record of these proceedings and that a suitable copy is sent along with the city sale on behalf of the Salem City Council as a token of our appreciation.
Councilor Ryan, remarks?
Marks, I wanted to do something for my father. He's still kind of working. I want to wait until he kind of retired, but I don't think that's ever going to happen. But as I was writing this, it just made me realize I was getting it to go to one page. He's done so much, especially for the City of Salem. From the school dentist, seeing him, Legion baseball. I mean, that was our vacation, going to Legion games all over New England and all over the place. And he just touched the lives of so many. Besides having 14 kids, he was able to help other kids with getting into schools and any other issues they had. And actually got me into politics, because when he decided to run for mayor in '99, he got me to be the treasurer of the campaign. Before, I didn't really pay too much attention to it, but that kind of got the bug in me going and ended up here where I'm sitting now today. But I appreciate everything he does, and that's why I want to do something special for him. I think that he's done a lot for the City of Salem, and again, this is a good thing to do.
Councilor, you're a chip off the old block. Any other councilors wish to speak about Doc Ryan? Councilor Pelletier, first.
I remember Doc Ryan very well. The 8 kids in my family all went to him. I used to tell Jerry, he scared the living daylights out of me. Because he had that big silver chrome needle with the big rings on it. He'd hide it behind his back and come up to you. And as I got later on in life, I asked my dad, I goes, did you pay him to put water in that and not Novocaine? Because you didn't kill the pain. But I've seen Doc Ryan all over the city at different events, and he's still the same old Doc Ryan when I was sitting in his chair. Happy birthday to him.
Any other councilor? Councilor Pinto.
Thank you, Mr. President. Growing up in Salem and participating in sports, as my brothers and I did, Doc Ryan's name was synonymous. If you played baseball, sooner or later you were going to end up playing Legion ball for Doc Ryan. He was there for a great many years. Post 23, the Legion post on Highland Ave in Essex. Essex Street. He's a great man, great family. Had the privilege of going to school with a couple of Jerry's brothers. Of course, there's so many of them. Maybe that's why the guy's not going to retire. But I just want to say that, he is just, when you think of somebody like Doc Ryan, it's Salem. It's a Salem family, the name. I'm honored to sit with one of his sons on the council. I'm honored that I know a good many members of the family. The oldest daughter I went to school with, actually. And I can't remember her name, but Jerry will tell me later. But I just wanted to just say that what Jerry bringing this in, when I signed the resolution earlier and Jerry brought in for his father, it just kind of touched me a little bit, and I just wanted to just say, Doc, you're lucky. You got 14, you got a great one right here. Thank you.
Any other members of the council wish to say? Councilor Sargent.
Thank you. I'd be remiss if I didn't speak a little bit on this. You would think having 14 kids would be enough public service, just, taking care of those 14 kids. But, as we said with Pep Canaccio, young men need 10 good men in their life. And for many people, Doc was one of those 10 men. And, I can still remember him coming around the corner in this giant old black Cadillac he used to pick us up with to take us to Legion practice. And I remember sitting in his dentist chair. And if you played for him and you were getting a fill-in and you jumped a little bit, I think he took particular pleasure in that. He would kind of give you like a, yeah, pretty good, huh? And just like a coach would do. And that's, it hurt a little bit, but it's a good memory. And I thank him for the time he spent with me and many other kids in Salem. So thank you.
Any other members
Happy
of the City
birthday.
Council wish to speak? No one else? Well, I served, if you'd indulge me, just allow me to say a couple words without coming off the podium. I served on the school committee with Doc Ryan, and I served on the Salem Charter Commission with Doc Ryan, and I put some extra glue in my teeth tonight so they would stay in if he's looking at his dentures. So he's done a lot for the city of Salem and his family, and congratulations to him and Ann and Jerry and all the kids. All 14 of them, 28 grandchildren, my God. Yeah, you're a hall to have a party. All right, anyone else? Hearing none? All in favor of the resolution as submitted by Councilor Ryan? Opposed? Unanimous. Motions, orders, and resolutions. Councilor Peavy, Ward 6.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, the last council order I brought in, I don't believe we took a vote on it, actually, relative to the donations. One final point, I'd just like to point out, with all the donations and list that we have, it amounts to over $60,000, so certainly very generous. So I would just ask for a vote on this.
I'm remiss in not doing that. All in favor of accepting the resolution? Opposed? So voted. Thank you. Any, Councilor Pinto, you wish motions, orders, and resolutions?
No, I'm not.
Councilor Peavy again.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and the City Council, September 23rd, 2010, ordered that the year-to-date budget report dated August 31st, 2010 be received and placed on file.
Remarks, Councilor?
No remarks, Mr.
All in
President.
favor of the committee report? Opposed? So voted. Councilor Sosnowski, you had your hand up?
He has one more.
No,
Mr.
I mean,
President.
that's motions, not a committee report. Councilor Sosnowski, you're next. Motions, orders, resolutions.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem, September 23rd, 2010, in City Hall chambers, ordered that the Committee on Community and Economic Development, co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, meet to discuss the double poll issues, and that the following be invited: the mayor or her representative, John Giardi or representative of the electrical department, the solicitor, the public works director, the city engineer, John Upham from National Grid, Rick Swerk from Verizon, and Gary McDonald from Comcast.
All in favor of,
Under discussion.
yes.
Thank you.
All in favor of submittal of the report? All right. Discussion, Councilor Sosnowski?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. For years, we've been talking about double polls, and it's not a new issue in this council, especially not here. We have heard a variety of things. I've talked to Verizon folks, and they say, well, we can't take that down because they see the Comcast lines on there. Well, I just went up to a Comcast truck, and I was right beside a double pole, and I said, when are you going to move your lines? And he got out of the truck, and he looked up, and he says, those are Verizon lines. Mine are gone. He said, mine are already on the new pole. We're still inundated with poles everywhere you look. I mean, I can't even, there's not a street you go down, you don't see them. And they're still there. And I want to get a real timeline for something, and I want to hold their feet to the fire, because John Giardi's a little fed up with it, I'm fed up with it, and I think most of the councilors that represent their constituents are fed up with it. I know the people that I talk to, where the various polls are outside their homes, are fed up. It's time we get some action. I want to bring it in, I want to get a time definitive, what's going on, when can we expect all these foolish double polls to be gone, and nobody pointing finger at, well, we're waiting for them, and them never gets there, all right? I want that done. I want to bring him in and see where we can go with this, all right? So that's the point of the order.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other member of the council wish to speak on the issue of double polls? Hearing none. All in favor? Opposed? So voted unanimous. Any further motions? Councilor Preview, Ward 6.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and the City Council, September 23rd, 2010, ordered that the monthly financial report date, is that the one? August 31st, 2010, be received and placed on file.
Is that a committee report or just an order?
That's an order.
All right. All in favor? Opposed? So voted unanimous. Any other member of the council? Councilor Lovely, at large.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem City Council, September 23, 2010, ordered that the enclosed public guide license applications be granted.
Remarks, Councilor?
Yes, thank you. This usually comes through committee, but these are being fast-tracked, if you will, through because of a time frame that they need it by October 1st. We don't meet again until October 14th. They've all met with approval of the police department. They've all passed background checks. They've all met with approval of the collector's office. No one owes any money to the city. So I would ask the council's indulgence, given the kind of the lateness of this. The applicant, this is a new business in Salem who didn't understand the time frame. And so I've said, okay, we'll do it. I'll try to see if the city council will accept this year. I want to thank the police department and the collector's office for kind of expediting this for this new business. You know, we want to be pro-business here. But I said, no, next year, you have to have the applications in early. So they have met with approval. I've read them, and I think they're fine. So, with the council's indulgence, if we could pass these through a council order this evening, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Any other remarks? Hearing none, all in favor? Opposed? Vote. Any other motions, orders, resolutions from any other member of the City Council? Madam Clerk, we'll move on to the next order of business, committee reports. Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs. Councilor Lovely.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Are you ready, ma'am?
Yes, I am. The Committee on Ordinances and City Council, September 23, 2010. The Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs, to whom is referred the matter of granting certain licenses, has considered said matter and what would recommend. Public guides and tag day. Any discussion? Any discussion, Mr.
Is that
President?
it?
Yes.
Move on the acceptance of the committee report. All in favor? Opposed? Hearing none. Adopt the recommendation of the committee. Remarks, madam?
This is just how we do the public guide licenses. It comes through committee, so in the future they all will come through, but this is just the normal course of business. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions of the council? Hearing none. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Committee on Administration and Finance. Councilor Preview, do you have any committee reports?
One more.
Oh, you have another one, ma'am?
I do.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know what?
Council
It's
Lovely?
Probably attached back here. Yes, here it is. Sorry, Mr. President. In City Council, City of Salem, September 23rd, 2010, the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs, to whom is referred Order Number 367, petition of South Pine Street residents to make South Pine Street one-way, has considered said matter, would recommend that the matter be referred to the Committee of the Whole for a public hearing to be scheduled.
All in favor of acceptance of the committee reports? So adopted. Ma'am? Adopt the recommendations?
Under discussion? Yes.
Discussions?
This is really something that actually belongs in the Committee of the Whole, so that, so a public hearing needs to be scheduled at the request of Councilor Pelletier. That's what we're going to do. Thank you.
Councilor Pelletier?
Yes, thank
Wish
you,
to be
Mr.
recognized.
President. These people have been waiting quite a bit of time to have this done. I've talked with Lieutenant Przewski. He's on board with it. The fire department, we have to get to them, but we'll bring them all in and see how it works. They want to just South Pine, they want to come in from Essex because it's a cut through. If people want to go the other way, they can go down Dalton Parkway and come out across the CVS. all right? It's a good shot at a one-way. Reduce traffic. A lot of trucks go through there that don't belong there either, so.
Any other remarks?
I would ask the president, the other president, I'll ask the city clerk to ask the president to set a date for me, please.
Did the city clerk or the clerk of the city council hear that question? She's nodding her head, yes. Clerk of the city council. Happens to be the city clerk at the same time. Might I say also, can we vote on this? And I have another question. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. I like also, somebody called me the other day and asked about the young lady that sits at the end of the table and writes feverishly. And I'm looking right at her, and it's Eileen Simons, Talkowski Simons, and her sister is Ellen Talkowski, who is the city event coordinator. And they're asking me who's writing and everything all the time. And she's preparing the minutes. Now, she's a clerk of the city council. And Cheryl is the clerk of the city council. Not the city clerk when she's up here. Clerk of the council, separate, distinct. Little, parliamentary,
Thank you for that
All right.
information.
Thank you. Councilor Creevy, you have a question?
No, I don't.
Everybody's asking me about, writing all the time, even her husband. Anyone else? Anyone else? Hearing none? No further committee reports? Councilor Sergeant at large.
You have more, no?
Councilor Sergeant? Oh, Councilor Peavy.
I'm next.
Oh, you're next, Councilor Peavy.
Thank you.
Well, I looked over, you didn't put his hand up, sir.
Well, you had asked me if I had a question about the discussion.
Oh,
I
all
did
right.
not have
I'm
to-
sorry,
have a
sir.
question, so-
Councilor Peavy, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. President. City of Salem and the City Council, September 23rd, 2010. The Committee on Administration and Finance co-posted with the Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of the appointment of Tom Watkins as the purchasing agent, has considered said matter and would recommend that the matter be reported out to the full council to confirm the appointment of Tom Watkins as purchasing agent by roll call vote.
Remarks, Council?
I ask for acceptance of the report.
All acceptance of the committee report? Opposed? Hearing none? Accepted, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee met on Monday, obviously was co-posted with Committee of the Whole, to move forward the appointment of Mr. Watkins. Mr. Watkins was present with the mayor. He was here, he answered questions I actually had some questions for him. And then it was a very brief meeting, and the committee voted to have him the committee voted his appointment out, and obviously before the council take action. So I supported him moving forward, so I voted in favor of his appointment to come out of committee, so we could finalize the appointment and move on to other things. Obviously, it dragged on much longer, I think, than anyone, including myself, had anticipated. Unfortunately, because I, as chair of the committee, never ended up getting what I asked for from the administration, I'm not going to be supporting his appointment tonight. I think he will do a fine job. He's been in the position probably close to a year at this point. The mayor gave an excellent report of his performance since he's taken on this position, and I'm sure he's going to do very well and serve the city well and its citizens. But for that reason alone, I will not be supporting his appointment. I would imagine that just anecdotally that there are sufficient votes for his appointment to pass tonight, so that's not a concern. So we'll move on with that. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
President.
Councilor. Councilor Fury, at large.
As a member of the Committee on Administration and Finance, it was a very brief, positive, and professional meeting that we had Monday night, and I'm very pleased to see that Mr. Watkins' nomination coming up before us tonight. I think we're very lucky to have the caliber and commitment of Mr. Watkins in his position of purchasing agent. He brings experience from the city of Salem, the town of Lexington, Swampscott, and Georgetown. So he brings a wide portfolio of experience in the public sector. I think he'll be a great asset. He's a lifelong resident of Salem. He's accredited, he's certified, and he's what we need as a purchasing agent. So I'm glad to see this come to a conclusion tonight. I'm looking forward to a very positive vote by the City Council, because we're very lucky to have a person like Tom take over the position of purchasing agent. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Councilor. Any further remarks? Hearing none? The clerk will call the roll on the confirmation of Thomas Watkins as the city purchasing agent by the ayes and the nays.
Counselor Fury?
Yes.
Counselor Lovely?
Yes.
Counselor O'Keefe?
Yes.
Counselor Pelletier?
Yes.
Counselor Pinto?
Present.
Counselor Prevey?
No.
Counselor Ronan?
Yes.
Counselor Ryan?
Yes.
Counselor Sargent?
Yes.
Counselor Sisnowski?
Yes.
That's it.
On the matter of the mayor's confirmation, of the confirmation of Thomas Watkins as the city purchasing agent, the vote is 8 yeas, 1 nay, 1 present, and 1 absent. I declare Mr. Watkins confirmed. Finally, Councilor Lovely.
I move for immediate reconsideration in the hopes that it does not
Councilor
prevail.
Councilor Lovely moves for immediate reconsideration in hopes it will not prevail. All in favor of immediate reconsideration? No one? All opposed?
Opposed.
Oh, I can't say unanimous because I didn't hear everybody, so I'm not going to say that. All right, Councilor? I know you're looking at me, sir. All right, any other further committee reports, hearing none? All right, motions? Councilor Peretti?
I'm all set, Mr. President.
You all set, sir?
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. President.
Communications from city officials, Madam
Mr.
Clerk.
President,
President.
Councilor Sargent.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Sorry, sir.
You ready? No problem, don't worry.
What committee, sir?
Community and Economic Development.
Thank you, sir.
City of Salem and City Council, September 23rd, 2010. The Committee on Community and Economic Development, co-posted with Committee of the Whole, to whom was referred the matter of a comprehensive parking study. Has considered said matter and would recommend that the full City Council adopt the concept of the Salem Comprehensive Parking Plan to provide 15% parking availability per city block in downtown Salem, and that the City Council will receive monthly updates and a final plan by the first council meeting in March 2011 from the Parking Committee.
Remarks, Councilor?
Yes, thank you. Tom Daniels has headed a committee that's done a lot of work, and many of the things they went over have been covered by other committees that studied parking in the past. But what they did, I believe, is with a professional is put a little pinstriping on this. It's a plan. This 15% they talked about. Their survey found 30% open spaces downtown. But it may be at one end of downtown and you have to walk all the way to the other end. So what they're trying to do is keep the committee going and find a way to keep 1 in 8 parking spaces per city block available for turnover. So that somebody can come downtown, come into City Hall, come into one store or another, and be able to come in, get a space, and get out again without having to walk all the way across downtown. And they're also looking at the whole downtown area as far as time limits and pricing and everything else to make that happen. And one of our biggest pet peeves ever, as everybody knows, trying to get the employees of downtown into the long-term spaces so the customers can come and go all day long and use the curb spaces. And I think they've got a good start, and I think they're gonna move for past studies a little bit more forward this time and come up with some more concepts. And I would ask the council to adopt this. Thank you.
Any other questions of the committee, Chair? Councilor Pelletier?
Yeah, just for the record, I spoke with Tom Daniels after the meeting, because I forgot I wanted him to amend this parking to allow 4 motorcycles to one metered space. They do it in the big cities. Obviously, it takes up less room. I just want to put that on the record, that'll be part of his mission, to include it in this 15%.
Thank you, Councilor. Any other members of the council? Mr. Chairman, can I ask you a question? We're not adopting that report or that recommendation, comprehensive report, are we?
No, Mr. President, and that's one of the good things about it.
Okay.
A lot of times, reports come in and they have a large plan that takes a lot of meetings and can be controversial with so much change at once. They're just asking us to adopt their concept of trying to make this happen. and then they'll come back to us with further plans. And it may be block by block or section by section of downtown where they move through and try to make it happen block at a time. And instead of asking us to adopt, 5, 10, 15, 20 new rules or new timing for meters or new prices, they're just asking us to adopt the concept for them to move forward and try to make this happen. And we have 30% open spaces already. It seems doable to make 15% per block happen. If we had 5% open spaces, it would be a lot more difficult to make the 15% happen. So what this study seems to really move forward with ideas, with surveys from a lot of people downtown as to what their good and bad points and what their pet peeves were about parking, how long it took them to find a space, how often they had to park illegally and take a chance, and things of that nature. So I really applaud Tom Daniels and the work the committee has done, and wish them luck. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, did the Salem Parking Department Board have input to this study?
Part of the
And they're in favor of this?
Yes, they had members
Thank you.
on the committee, almost, the partnership, the board,
That's the word.
planning department,
Thank
almost everybody that has some kind of, stake in downtown parking had a
Stakeholder.
member on the committee. The SRA also, thank you.
Any other member of the council wish to ask any questions? Council Lonan?
Yes, Mr. President, I was a member of this committee. The objective that we're asking the full council to pass tonight is simply that we set as a goal essentially one out of every space in the downtown area being free. That'd be 15%. The idea is at that, and this is what the experts tell us with this study, at that rate, people come and they figure there's ample parking, they'll drive along, they'll look around for a space if 1 out of every 8 is available. Once you start getting more congested than that, you start running into problems in the downtown area where people figure there is no parking, and the perception becomes the reality. So essentially what this parking study is suggesting that we do, and now the planning department and the parking board are going to take this up. We're going to work on a comprehensive pricing structure so that we can price the spaces that are further away and less used for the full-time employees of downtown Salem. So they'll move their cars outside of the business areas so we can try to make that 1 out of 8 spaces available in the blocks right here in the downtown area. So we just, by approving this tonight, this 15% open parking as a objective, we're really giving the planning department the go-ahead to take this issue up, the whole pricing issue, to decide how they're going to price, the outside spots to make them enticing to the full-time employees of downtown Salem to free up the spots that are more choice for the customers of the downtown area.
Thank you, Councilor Lonan. Councilor Pelletier?
Yeah, Councilman Ronan's right on the money. And I know in 2005, one of my constituents, Barry Neely, he had a few weeks off and he went to the park garages, counted spaces. Nobody's in the upper 2 levels of both garages. There's like 500 spaces available. But the problem is meter feeders. And we got them over here at the courthouse. And the court officers are out there with a handful of quarters. So basically, like Councilor Ronan said, a price structure. So we gotta price it so it's not worth it for them to feed the meters all day, and they should go in the park garage. Better deal in the park garage. That'll free up a lot. And something else, a report's due to this council in March from this working group, but Lynn Duncan has also said that if at any time any of us want to either go to the work group's meeting or get a report from her on how things are going, so we can have input before they come here, I mean, if they come here and there's things we don't like, we should get to them first and see what they're doing, so we don't drag it out. That was the biggest thing, all right? We've been trying to do something like this for years, and it's just been dragging. So that's why they're starting with the 15%. Get this part done, and let's see how far we get. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any other member of the city council wish to be recognized on this subject? Councilor, again, Councilor Sargent, a question. We're endorsing this or are we approving this? What, your report, endorsing or approving?
Approving.
It depends, I guess 50% of each.
Well, it'd probably be better if we endorse it, and then when they come back in the spring, we could adopt whatever they recommend, but it sort of ties their hands if we...
Adopting that they try to achieve the 15% block by block.
That's what we're,
That's
the aim,
That's what
the
they're
goal is.
asking to do, and we're approving.
Sure,
moving
okay,
forward
thank
with
you,
that.
thank you.
Thank
All in
you.
fa- Any other remarks? Hearing none, all in favor? Unanimous. Madam Clerk?
Communications from city officials, none. Petitions. Petition from the residents of Federal Street at the intersection of Federal and Beckford Street to hold a block party on October 1st, 2010, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. with a rain date of October 8th, 2010.
Councilor Sosnowski.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the petition be granted.
Councilor Sosnowski moves that the petition of the Federal Street and Beckford Street area be approved. Remarks, Councilor?
Yeah, I haven't been able to make one of these yet, and they've had them every year that I've been a counselor, and I've heard that they're wonderful, wonderful events, and I hope that this one is just as good as well, and I'm sure that it would be, and I just move for approval.
Any other council wish to speak on that? All in favor? Opposed? It's granted. Ma'am?
Everybody.
Communication from Jose Hernandez, owner of Ariana's Fashion, 98 Boston Street, secondhand clothing, to inform of store closing.
Councilor Pelletier?
Oh, I was gonna,
All right.
I didn't see the communication. It's about a store closing.
Chair will entertain a motion to receive and place on file. Councilor Ryan moves that this matter of the petition of Jose Hernandez be received and filed. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Next matter, ma'am, licenses.
We have a list of public guide licenses.
Councilor Lovely.
Mr. President, I move to divide the question, actually, to take out of this long list of public guides the second name, Caitlin Gordon, 33 Franklin Street, Salem. She actually owes some money to the city, so we're going to withhold her license until she is able to bring that up to date. But I would move approval, so I would hold that, table that matter.
Does the city clerk have, what number up? How many up do we count?
Well, we want to approve the remainder. We just want to pull Caitlin Gordon from the group and approve the remainder.
All right, council understand, division of the
Sorry.
question?
Move that they refer, move that that Caitlin Gordon be referred to the Committee on Ordinance, License, and Legal Affairs, and that the remainder be granted. Is that correct?
Clerks have that?
Yep.
All right. Division of the Council Pelletier, on the division of the question?
No, under discussion.
Yes?
As
Well,
we
that's the
spoke
same thing.
earlier in the committee, I'm just looking at this list. There's 4 people from Salem out of 19, and this is what I was discussing in committee. People come in at the end of the year and they want to be public guides, and I don't mind that, but I want to be able to keep them under control. I spoke to the chair, and we're going to deal with this before next year.
Councilor Lovely, you have a rejoinder to the councilor?
Well, we can't discriminate on people just because they don't live in Salem, so that's unconstitutional. But we're going to be taking a look at the ordinance over the winter months, post-Halloween and haunted happenings, because we have other issues, one of which is maybe some inaccuracy of historic facts in Salem. I have heard that some guides out there are saying there was a murder in City Hall, and we know that just didn't happen. So we want to make sure that the people that are purchasing, tickets and listening to these groups as they go around are getting historically accurate information. So we're working on that.
Ma'am, would the committee be regulating their hours of operation?
We'll take everything under consideration.
All the candles at night through the business district, like at 9 o'clock? Councilor Ryan.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to throw a side note. In the beginning of the month, I went to Museum of Science because it was free with my family, and we took the duck tour. And the guide was really good. He actually, in Boston, he said that they take them, they drive the boat also, so they're captains, they have all kinds of licenses, but they get like a tour guide license, and they actually go to all the places that they describe, and they know all kinds of information. I thought it was excellent. It's something that maybe we should look towards what they do in Boston for these people. I mean, because you don't have to be from Salem to know everything about Salem. I mean, I wasn't around during the witch trials, but probably know a lot about it, so, yeah. But just a side note, I mean, Boston probably has a program in place that we could follow.
I might have been. Any other remarks of any other member of the council on this matter of licenses, public guides, or all in favor of the division of the question? All right. Madam City Council Lovely,
Is that it? Yes.
Clerk, we all set?
Yeah. We have one taxi operator license.
What is the council's pleasure? One taxi operator, move that be granted? Who's?
Be granted.
Councilor Lovely moves that the one taxi operator of Michael Buckley be approved. All in favor, opposed, so voted. Claims.
We have 5 claims.
Councilor Lovely.
They be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, Licenses, and Legal Affairs.
Councilor Lovely moves that these matters be referred to the Committee on Ordinances, License, and Legal Affairs for their finding and recommendation. All in favor, opposed, so voted.
Unfinished business. We have second passage of an ordinance amending traffic handicap parking Oliver Street.
Second and final passage, handicap parking, Oliver Street. Councilor Sosnowski.
Thank you,
Ward
Mr.
two.
President. Move for second and final passage.
Councilor Sosnowski moved for second and final passage as adopted initially. Remarks, Councilor?
No discussion.
All in favor? Ma'am, do we need, Madam Clerk, do we need to have a roll call on the ordinances? None. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Unanimous. Next matter,
We have
second
second
passage.
passage of an ordinance amending traffic stop sign North Pine Street.
Councilor Sosnowski, Ward 2.
Thank you, Mr. President. Move for second and final passage. And no discussion.
No discussion. Councilor Sosnowski asks for second and final passage. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Adopted. Second passage. Councilor
We
Clerk.
have second passage of an ordinance amending traffic parking prohibited Lakes Hill Road.
Councilor Peavy, you're going to move for adoption for the Councilor Ward 7 on Lakes Hill Road?
Mr. President, I move for second and final passage on your behalf and your constituents'
Thank
behalf.
you. Thank you, Councilor. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Next matter.
Second passage of an ordinance amending traffic handicap parking Friend Street.
Councilors.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that this be adopted for second and final passage.
Councilor Peavy moves that the matter of a handicapped parking on Front Street be approved for second and final passage. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Unanimous. Madam Clerk.
We have second passage of an ordinance amending Chapter 24, Section 26, imitation firearms violation fee.
Councilor Lovely.
Move it be
Remarks on-
adopted for second and
remarks?
final passage. No
Second and final
No
passage.
remarks.
Any other remarks? Hearing none. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Unanimous.
Move for
Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
motion to adjourn.
Councilor Sosnowski and Councilor Ryan, and I guess the whole council moves to adjourn. Before we appoint a personal privilege, can Councilor Pinto advise us of the condition of the council president in Beverly Hospital? I was there today. Could you tell us about,
Thank you, Mr. President. Actually, Bobby went in Monday, Councilor McCarthy went in Monday for a torn patella, which is the bone that connects the kneecap. He slipped at work on Friday, Thursday or Friday, and the knee went back, and he, like that, and he tore his patella. He thought he was coming home Monday. I actually called him Tuesday morning. He was kept in the hospital because his oxygen was low. They wanted to do some tests. They found that they have to give him a blood thinner. So what they have to do is they have to monitor his blood. He has to take blood 2 or 3 times a day, and when they find the balance for the blood thinner, he'll be coming home. So he was in a lot of pain Tuesday. They were doing the test Wednesday and today. I just spoke with him earlier tonight. He's going to be coming home tomorrow. He's on crutches, but he's in a lot less pain than he was Tuesday. But the original plan was for him to come home Monday. But he sent me a text. He was hoping that we'd keep an eye on Councilor O'Keefe for him. Well advised, I may add. But anyway, he's doing well, and thank you,
I
Mr.
was over there
President.
today, and he was asleep when I
Oh,
went in,
yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, it's the
he had to
medication.
call me up.
But he's doing well. He'll be back with us.
Council Peavy moves that council stay adjourned. A move for adjournment. All in favor? Opposed? So voted. Thank you.